Hi, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Anita, aka Global Granny, and I am a single solo retired female traveler who is traveling the world, trying to find her new base for travel. And sometimes I travel to places like Southeast Asia in the wintertime because I'm not a fan of harsh winters. And it is summertime, and I am in Colombia because I am not a fan of harsh summers. So I am trying to find a place that's in between weather. I am fortunately retired, so time is the one thing that I have enough of until God says differently. So while I'm still here on this side of heaven, I will explore all the world and tell you a little bit about it. This time, hotels versus Airbnbs. A little bit of a controversy there. I do both, just so you know. I do both. And here's the reason why. I have my notes here, so I get to look at them. Let's talk about Airbnbs. First of all, I'm an Airbnb host, and since I travel a lot and I'm a female, there's things that I understand that we like when it comes to creature comforts, when it comes to having a snack in the middle of the night when you don't feel like going anywhere. I provide those kinds of things. So there's kind of things that are important to female travelers. You want the shampoo, you want the hair dryer, you want the towel for your makeup or the stuff, or you want what do you call those things? Q-tips, you want cotton swabs, you want stuff like that. And I provide all that in my Airbnb, and you can cook. That's the other thing, real cooking utensils, because I live there. And when I'm gone, most of the time, I rent it out on Airbnb. So pictures matter. I'm always, when I choose an Airbnb, I am going to look at all the reviews. I'm actually going to message the host on things that are important to me that I don't see. Because there's some things once you get out here and start traveling that's going to become important to you. I like natural light. I like windows. And sometimes the windows are closed and all the lights are on. So you really can't tell how much natural light you have. And I'm asked the question because I have been in a place that was very dark. I don't do well in dark inside places because I like to relax and be inside. When I'm inside, I want to relax. I prefer a balcony. And that's one of the things that's kind of frustrating about Airbnb. You can't choose a balcony, it's not a filter. So that's one thing I wish they would actually add, which would make my life a lot easier. But a lot of people don't care. I care. Um, so I look at all the pictures. And here's the interesting thing about a lot of the hosts. They take a lot of pictures of your wall art. Uh, We don't care about your decoration. We really don't. We want to see your bathroom. We want to see your bedrooms. And we want to see the kitchen. We want to see some cooking utensils. So it's okay to open up the drawers and show us that. And people do show that. Whether you got one or two bathrooms or whatever, that kind of thing is shown, which we really appreciate. And one of the things that I really like too is that you can actually message the host directly and ask questions. You can actually negotiate the price too if you notice that they don't have anybody, because you can actually, well, you can see the availability, right? So if they don't have anybody, if you want to pay a little bit less and you notice that they're a little bit higher than the other folks, but something about their place that you like, you can message the host and ask for a different price. I did that once and it actually worked. I didn't get as much off as I want to, but I got some dollars off. There's no middleman. You can actually talk directly to the host. So that's kind of nice. And you're in a neighborhood. So you get a neighborhood feel. You can walk to and from grocery stores, restaurants, and the people in the reviews will actually tell you that. I love the females. I love y'all because you write in there things like noisy, whether you can walk to the restaurants, and if the water is not hot as it needs to be, if the bed is not as comfortable as it needs to be, or if the couch is not as comfortable, you're gonna tell us. I love that about y'all. Okay, let's go to hotels. I use hotels also, mostly brands that I know in the United States, because sometimes I need to be close to the airport when I come in late. Like, for example, I came into Bogota pretty late And a lot of the chains have shuttles to and from the airport. So you don't have to worry about negotiating with a taxi. You don't have to worry about finding out what Uber is and you're tired and the whole nine. You don't have to worry about that. So that becomes handy, excuse me, coming in town. Leaving early morning flights, I'm at that hotel because I don't want to get up and deal with traffic. I don't, and you have to schedule Airbnb, I'm sorry, Uber. So it picks you up at the right time in order to get you to where you need to be. I don't want to do none of that. So to make my life easier, I will stay the last night of where I'm going to be in a particular hotel close to the airport. The other thing that's interesting about a hotel when you go off brand, and I did that in Hanoi. I went off brand in Hanoi and I went to booking.com. You don't have any recourse when you go there and you get to the place and it's like, okay, I would have not picked this if I saw it in person. Pictures are sometimes deceiving. That's happened more than once. And so I'm very cautious when I actually go to places like that and I'll read reviews. The interesting thing that I found out about booking.com, somehow they have a way of doing a, what do you call it, an overall review. If a lot of people have decided that this is supposed to be a 3 star, 5 star, whatever experience, they will actually put that in and assume you're going to go along with it. And I had to change mine because I was very honest about this place. The guy was pretty upset and actually wrote a, it's not a 5 star, blah, 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 if you wanted 5 star, but it wasn't a 3 star either, but it was more 2 star. But anyway, there are things that people don't understand about a place when you want to go. You don't want to have to feel like you need to wipe the deck down because they, you see stuff, chip paint on the bottom and just water stains everywhere. Come on now. There's some things that you are making money that you can actually fix. Come on. So that's the only issue I have with some of the hotels. That's not all, because I've stayed at some amazing local boutique hotels in Cali, Colombia. It was nice. It had a balcony. The owner lived in one of the units. Very nice people, very attentive people. And so you can pick some really good boutique hotels. You have to pay attention to the reviews always. I don't care what platform you're on, pay attention to the reviews because people will tell you how they feel about a particular place. And then you can decide whether it's Airbnb, whether it's hotel, or whether it's both. So the next time that you are out traveling, pick a hotel, pick an Airbnb, but let me know your experience. Let me know what you think and what your criteria might be for choosing Airbnb over a hotel, or if you're like me and mix them both up. See you in the next video.